Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The saga surrounding Terry McLaurin's future with the Washington Commanders continues to capture the attention of fans and analysts alike. Despite the ongoing drama on the wide receivers trade request, insiders suggest there is still a realistic chance for a successful resolution. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the timing. A crucial deadline looming on the horizon that could finally provide the clarity everyone is waiting for. The Commanders and McLaurin have been navigating tricky waters as they attempt to negotiate an extension, a move that would benefit both sides immensely. Yet despite the apparent mutual interest, the process has proven to be anything but straightforward. McLaurin's stance appears stronger after Washington's recent trip to New England exposed weaknesses among other wide receivers on the roster. Still, General Manager Adam Peters remains firm, holding out for a deal that aligns with his valuation, unwilling to give in to the high demands from McLaurin's camp. The tension in these negotiations is palpable, especially considering the dynamics around McLaurin's trade request. While most believe the best outcome would be to keep him in Washington, the lack of an agreement has left room for speculation and uncertainty. A key figure in providing insight on the situation is Linnell Willingham of 106.7 The Fan, who pinpointed the team's upcoming cut-down day as a pivotal moment. This date, traditionally significant in the NFL calendar, could very well reveal the true direction of McLaurin's tenure with the Commanders. If a new contract isn't finalized by then, it might signal that the relationship between player and team is more strained than publicly acknowledged. Willingham suggests that the team's handling of McLaurin's status on the physically unable to perform PUP list will be particularly telling, offering clues about the underlying intentions from both sides. The PUP list scenario introduces another layer of complexity to the McLaurin story. The wide receiver is currently sidelined with an ankle injury, but many fans and observers remain skeptical about the severity, suspecting the holdout is strategic. This status allows McLaurin to avoid daily fines, up to $50,000 for missing training camp, buying time for negotiations without financial penalty. It also means that McLaurin could be collecting his paycheck without actually taking the field, a situation that puts additional pressure on the Commanders to resolve the impasse. Linnell Willingham's detailed explanation highlights how cut down day could effectively function as a deadline not just for roster decisions but for contract clarity. The intricacies of NFL rules mean that if McLaurin remains on PUP as the regular season begins, he could potentially earn a substantial portion of his salary while staying off the active roster, adding a financial dimension to the standoff. Financial considerations are at the heart of this drama, with McLaurin reportedly set to earn $850,000 per game during the regular season. This sum underscores the importance of resolving the contract dispute, as the team cannot afford to have such a valuable asset inactive indefinitely without a clear plan. From the Commanders' perspective, the hesitation to meet McLaurin's demands could be a strategic move to maintain salary cap flexibility or assert control over player contracts. For McLaurin, the balance involves securing his financial future while maintaining a foothold in the team's offensive plans. With the regular season fast approaching, the pressure mounts on both sides to find common ground. While it is easy to imagine that tensions might escalate, the upcoming deadline looms large as a make-or-break moment that could finally end this saga. One thing remains certain: nobody involved wants this issue to damage the team's prospects or locker room morale. McLaurin's presence on the field is invaluable for the Commanders' offensive strategy, and his rapport with teammates and coaches is a critical factor in their success. The delay in negotiations and McLaurin's trade request have injected uncertainty, but insiders emphasize that outright moves to trade him have not been seriously considered. Instead, the hope is that both parties can iron out their differences before the season kicks off. The dynamic between a player's value on the field and contract negotiations is always delicate, but McLaurin's situation exemplifies just how complicated this balancing act can become, especially under the public spotlight, adding to the intrigue. is the role of general manager Adam Peters, whose firm stance on the contract talks suggests he is not willing to be rushed into a deal that doesn't fit the team's financial or strategic plans. Peters' approach seems measured, possibly signaling that he is prepared to wait out McLaurin's holdout if it means eventually securing a more favorable agreement. This posture, while risky, shows a commitment to managing the team's resources wisely. Yet it also raises questions about how long the Commanders can afford to be patient, given the upcoming cut-down day and the season's imminent start. Peters' ability to negotiate under these conditions will likely define his leadership style and the team's future trajectory. Fans, of course, are watching every move closely, their expectations swinging between hope and frustration. McLaurin is a fan favorite, and his on-field performances have earned him a solid reputation as one of the league's premier wide receivers. For many supporters, the thought of losing him or seeing him sidelined is deeply disappointing. However, there is also understanding that contract negotiations in professional sports often involve posturing and delays. The public drama is part of the game, but ultimately fans want to see McLaurin suited up and making plays rather than stuck in the limbo of unresolved business. The way this situation unfolds will shape not only the team's season, but also the broader narrative around player-team relations in the NFL. While speculation runs high, insiders emphasize the importance of cut-down day, not just as a roster deadline, but as a symbolic moment of truth. If McLaurin remains unsigned by then, or if the PUP designation persists without a clear path forward, it will confirm that the situation is more complicated than many hoped. This scenario would also force the Commanders to reconsider their options, potentially accelerating trade talks or pushing for a resolution under less than ideal circumstances. Conversely, a deal reached before or around this time would signal that both sides are willing to compromise for the greater good. It is a delicate dance between maintaining leverage and securing stability, with cut-down day as the stage where the final act could unfold. Ultimately, the McLaurin saga underscores how professional football is about much more than just a game. On Sundays, behind every catch and touchdown, there are negotiations, contracts, and personalities clashing behind closed doors. The Commanders and McLaurin find themselves at a crossroads where patience, strategy, and communication will determine the outcome. Both parties stand to benefit from a resolution, but the path to agreement is littered with challenges. Fans will continue to watch closely, hoping the talented wide receiver will soon be back on the field, playing the game they love and leaving the contract drama behind. The next few weeks are crucial. Cut-down day is approaching fast, and it promises to bring answers to this unfolding NFL story. If all goes well, Terry McLaurin will be on the field with the Commanders come week 1 against the New York Giants, ready to prove his value where it matters most, under the bright lights of game day. The drama that's played out behind the scenes will likely be forgotten once the ball is snapped, as fans and commentators shift their focus back to his athleticism and playmaking ability. But for now, the pressure remains on the Commanders' front office and McLaurin's camp to get a deal done. As Linnell Willingham put it, the upcoming deadlines are telling, and how the situation unfolds will be closely watched by everyone invested in Washington's future. In the end, a resolution will not only impact one player, but could define the team's direction for the entire season ahead. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. There's a growing buzz in the NFL world about a possible historic agreement between Micah Parsons and the Washington Commanders. Sources whisper that talks have heated up recently, hinting that Parsons might soon become the centerpiece of Washington's defense. This potential deal has everyone wondering how it could shift the balance of power in the league. Parsons, known for his explosive speed, instinctive playmaking, and relentless pursuit of quarterbacks, would be a game changer for the Commanders, who have long sought a dominant defensive leader. The speculation intensified after some quiet negotiations reportedly took place behind closed doors, sparking excitement among Commanders fans eager for a new era. If this rumor proves true, it would represent not just a huge financial commitment, but a bold strategic move to build a defense around Parsons. Rare talents, Many insiders suggest that the Commanders see Parsons as the missing puzzle piece for a true contender. The timing feels perfect, aligning with the franchise's recent aggressive offseason moves. Imagine Parsons anchoring the defense, energizing the locker room, and intimidating opponents week after week. This possibility has sparked lively debates online, with fans already envisioning game-changing plays and leadership that could transform Washington's fortunes. Though nothing is officially announced, the energy around this potential deal is undeniable, and many believe it could be one of the most significant shifts in NFL defensive dynamics in years. The talk about Parsons joining the Commanders continues to ripple through NFL circles, and insiders hint that both sides see this as a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Parsons' versatility and unmatched motor on the field could reshape Washington's defensive scheme, entirely giving coordinators a new blueprint to terrorize opposing offenses. Rumors suggest that the Commanders are prepared to offer a contract that not only rewards Parsons financially, but also places him at the center of their defensive identity, something no team has truly done before. This deal might extend beyond mere numbers, focusing on culture, leadership, and branding that could redefine the Commanders' image. Analysts speculate that Parsons' impact wouldn't just be limited to his statistics, but also the way he elevates teammates, creating a ripple effect that strengthens the whole defense. Fans are already dreaming about highlight reel moments where Parsons dismantles offenses with surgical precision. There's even talk that Parsons himself sees the Commanders as a place to cement his legacy, possibly seeking to build a dynasty in the nation's capital. The combination of Parsons' youth talent and hunger makes this rumored partnership one of the most exciting possibilities in the NFL offseason. Could this deal spark a defensive renaissance for Washington? The rumor mill suggests it's very likely, and the coming weeks could reveal whether this story shifts from possibility to reality. No doubt this potential signing would reshape the Commanders' trajectory for years ahead, and the football world is watching closely. Speculation is mounting that the Commanders might be about to pull off one of the most audacious signings in NFL history, with Micah Parsons at the center of the conversation. The defensive dynamo, known for his relentless pursuit of quarterbacks and versatility, has reportedly been in deep talks with Washington's front office. Those close to the situation hint that the Commanders see Parsons as more than just a player. They see a cornerstone for a franchise hungry for relevance and success. This potential deal could break records and set new standards for how teams invest in defensive talent, as the league continues to emphasize pressure and disruption over pure coverage skills. Rumors suggest that Parsons' contract could include unique incentives that reward performance and leadership, reflecting the team's belief in his transformative potential. Fans have been buzzing about the prospect of Parsons leading a defense that finally lives up to its promise, creating a fearsome unit that opponents dread facing. The whispers of this agreement have sparked a flurry of social media conversations, highlighting the excitement and anticipation surrounding this possible move. If these rumors hold true, the Commanders could be on the brink of a new chapter 1, where Parsons becomes the face of the franchise and a symbol of their resurgence. The story is still unfolding, but the implications are huge, making this one of the most tantalizing rumors of the NFL offseason. Rumors continue to swirl that the Commanders have identified Micah Parsons as the key to unlocking a new level of dominance on defense. Conversations between Parsons representatives and Washington insiders reportedly have reached an advanced stage, fueling speculation that an announcement could come sooner rather than later. This possible union excites fans who have long craved a dynamic defensive leader capable of changing the course of games with game-breaking plays. Parsons' rare blend of speed, power, and football IQ fits perfectly into a defense looking to redefine its identity and reclaim respect in a competitive division. Analysts argue that this potential signing could trigger a domino effect, attracting other key defensive players and boosting morale throughout the roster. The idea that Parsons might accept a role where he is not just another star, but the heart and soul of the defense adds a new layer of intrigue to this developing story. Behind the scenes, insiders suggest that the Commanders are crafting a vision where Parsons leads a cultural transformation, emphasizing toughness, discipline, and relentless pursuit of excellence. This rumor has taken hold across fan forums, podcasts, and sports talk shows painting a picture of what could be a seismic shift for the franchise. As the offseason progresses, eyes will remain glued to Washington, waiting to see if this potential blockbuster deal materializes. The implications extend far beyond just one player. This could be the spark that lights a new fire under the Commanders' entire organization. Word on the street is that Micah Parsons could be on the verge of signing a groundbreaking deal with the Washington Commanders, potentially rewriting the playbook on defensive contracts. This possibility has electrified the fan base, who have watched with frustration as the team struggled to find a true defensive powerhouse. Parsons, with his ability to dominate both as a linebacker and a pass rusher, represents a rare talent that could instantly elevate Washington's defense to elite status. Rumors hint at a contract structure that rewards both on-field excellence and off-field leadership, signaling the Commanders' commitment to building around Parsons' unique skill. Said. The timing of these whispers coincides with an aggressive off-season strategy by Washington, suggesting that this move could be part of a larger blueprint to become a contender. Conversations within NFL circles suggest that this deal might be historic, not just in size, but in the way it shapes team-building philosophy around a defensive superstar. Fans are already picturing Parsons wearing the burgundy and gold, terrorizing quarterbacks and inspiring a new era of defensive dominance. The speculation fuels hopes that the Commanders will finally have the defensive anchor they desperately need, while also sparking debates about how this signing might shift the power dynamics in the NFC East. Whether this turns into reality or remains a tantalizing rumor, the excitement it generates is undeniable, signaling a potential turning point for the franchise's future. In NFL circles, the buzz that Micah Parsons is nearing a landmark agreement with the Washington Commanders has only grown louder, sparking intense speculation about what this means for both the player and the franchise. Insiders hint that Parsons' unique blend of youth talent and leadership qualities makes him the ideal candidate to become the face of the Commanders' defense for years to come. This rumored deal reportedly involves more than just money. It symbolizes a commitment to making Parsons the centerpiece of a new defensive era, one built around aggression, speed, and versatility. Analysts suggest that if this deal goes through, it will alter the Commanders' trajectory, instantly transforming them from a team with potential into a bona fide contender. Fans, meanwhile, have taken to social media to share their excitement and discuss the possibility of Parsons leading a defense that strikes fear into every opponent. Behind-the-scenes whispers indicate that Washington is ready to provide Parsons with the resources and support to thrive both on and off the field, solidifying a long-term partnership. The prospect of Parsons anchoring the defense has sparked wild discussions about how far this team can go with such a talent at its core. While no official announcements have been made, the growing consensus is that this deal could become one of the defining moments of the offseason, setting the stage for a dramatic shift in the NFL landscape. If these rumors bear fruit, the Commanders could finally have their defensive identity with Parsons leading the charge. The NFL rumor mill is ablaze with talk that Micah Parsons might have agreed to a transformative deal with the Washington Commanders, signaling a new chapter for both parties. Sources close to the negotiations suggest that this agreement could mark one of the biggest investments in a defensive player's future, reflecting Washington's belief in Parsons' extraordinary impact. This possibility excites fans and pundits alike, as Parsons' aggressive style and playmaking prowess could inject new energy into a defense that has often struggled to maintain consistency. The whispers also point to a contract rich in incentives designed to reward Parsons' ability to disrupt offenses and lead by example. The Commanders seem poised to embrace Parsons not just as a player, but as a symbol of a new culture focused on toughness, accountability, and winning. Social media has erupted with reactions ranging from hopeful optimism to cautious skepticism, reflecting the weight such a deal could carry. If the rumors prove true, this signing could attract additional talent eager to join a revitalized defense built around Parsons. The potential for Parsons to elevate Washington's defense from average to elite is a narrative gaining momentum, creating a buzz that refuses to fade. While the deal is still under wraps, the NFL community is eagerly awaiting confirmation, knowing that such a partnership could reshape the league's defensive landscape. There's a persistent whisper in football circles that Micah Parsons is on the cusp of finalizing a historic contract with the Washington Commanders, a deal that would send shockwaves through the league. Insiders suggest that Parsons' blend of speed, power, and football intellect makes him the perfect player to anchor a defense hungry for identity and success. This rumored contract could be more than just a financial milestone. It might represent a cultural revolution within the Commanders' organization. The team reportedly wants Parsons to be the face of their defense, investing heavily in his leadership role on and off the field. Speculation abounds that the terms of the deal include performance bonuses, community engagement clauses, and incentives designed to align Parsons' success with the franchise's ambitions. The timing of this news aligns with Washington's broader strategic moves to overhaul their roster and coaching staff, all pointing towards a serious bid for playoff contention. Fans are imagining the kind of defensive dominance Parsons could unleash, generating excitement and renewed hope for a team that has often fallen short. Analysts debate how this partnership could force rivals to rethink their offensive game plans against the Commanders. Though details remain unconfirmed, this rumor is gaining traction as a potentially defining moment for both Parsons and Washington. The swirling rumor that Micah Parsons might ink a deal with the Commanders continues to captivate NFL fans and analysts alike, with many pondering the transformative impact such a signing could have. Parsons' explosive talent and relentless work ethic make him one of the most sought-after defensive players in the league, and Washington's pursuit of him signals a bold attempt to rewrite their defensive narrative. This deal, if it happens, might come with innovative contract structures that reflect Parsons' role as both a playmaker and a leader. Speculation suggests the Commanders envision Parsons as the cornerstone of a defense that blends aggression with strategic discipline, a recipe designed to stifle even the league's most potent offenses. The potential partnership also raises questions about how Parsons' presence might influence the team's overall culture and performance, possibly elevating teammates and creating a winning mentality. Rumors of Parsons' commitment to Washington have sparked a surge of optimism among fans who have long awaited a true defensive superstar. While official confirmation remains elusive, the anticipation surrounding this possibility continues to build, with many believing it could mark a pivotal turning point for the franchise. Should this rumor become reality, the Commanders would undoubtedly enter a new era with Parsons leading the charge. The NFL offseason rumor mill is alive with chatter about Micah Parsons potentially signing a deal that could redefine the Washington Commanders' defense and their future prospects. This buzz suggests that Parsons, a player known for his unique ability to disrupt offenses and energize defenses, could soon be the centerpiece of Washington's ambitious plans. Sources hint that the discussions are advanced, with both parties exploring terms that could set new standards for defensive contracts. If the deal materializes, it would not only elevate Parsons' status, but also send a message to the league that the Commanders are serious about building a championship-caliber team. Fans have taken to online platforms to debate how Parsons' skills and leadership might translate to success in the nation's capital, imagining electrifying plays and a defense that finally lives up to expectations. The rumor also stirs speculation about the ripple effects on team chemistry, coaching strategies, and even the Commanders' branding moving forward. Although no formal announcement has been made, the ongoing chatter suggests this potential signing is one of the most exciting developments of the offseason. As the NFL landscape watches closely, the Commanders may soon have a defining figure in Micah Parsons, potentially sparking a new era of dominance. The buzz continues, with everyone eager to see if this rumor will become the next big headline in football. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.